Welcome back to another Advance Wars by Web replay review, and today we have a legendary game, one for the history books, because for the first time ever, a stealth fighter has actually made up for its cost. It has actually gotten its money's worth and killed more unit value than it cost, and I have never seen that happen, not in any game I've played, not in any game I've seen on the website, not in any YouTube video. So you already know this game is going to be legendary. These players are, I believe, high 1,000 to low 1,100. And down here in the blue penguins, we have Gronktastic playing as Rachel. And Rachel gives you +1 healing on cities, but you're still liable for the extra cost. Rachel's normal power is called Lucky Last, which increases your luck damage, but you're not clicking that. You're clicking your superpower, Covering Fire, which launches 3 2-tile radius missiles. One missile targets the greatest accumulation of foot soldier HP, one missile targets the greatest accumulation of total HP, and one missile targets the greatest accumulation of unit value. And then over here in the yellow, in the top right, we have Dishonorable playing as Grim. Grim gets plus 30% attack, but minus 20% defense. And because of the damage formula, defense is actually more valuable than attack. So that's that passive ability is a little worse than it sounds. But Humida, who's an actual good player at this game and knows what he's talking about, did some calculations and said that in a vacuum, it's like a 4.5% firepower advantage for Grim. Like it's hard to explain, but like the 30% attack is like an extra 4.5% like damage versus like the 20% defense that they would get. Obviously, the first strike is very important, and I have a really hard time explaining that, but hopefully you understand. Okay, so we know that Grim is a man of culture and going for the Black Boat opening. Definitely the best opening on this map, and I'm definitely an official authority on that. And someone in the comments said that he prefers the Black Boat, or she prefers the Black Boat on this map because the Black Boat can also, like, not only can it ferry infantry, but it can come over here and just like act like a wall because it's just really hard to take out. So, and by the way, thank you for all the comments and all the engagement on these videos. I read every single one, and I'm grateful for every single one. And I am not exaggerating when I say I have like gone up 100 elo points purely thanks to the comments on these videos. I am not exaggerating. I have learned so much from the comments. You will not believe it. So I really appreciate it. And especially that one video, and I was like, please help. I got actually some really good insight from you guys, and I really appreciate that. And I'm like literally a million times better. So keep the comments coming. I really appreciate it, and I really enjoy reading them. But Rachel goes for the T-copter opening. So that's inferior, and I do not approve. And I'm definitely the official authority on that, as we've established earlier. Alright, so this opening is all pretty normal. The front is going to be on this diagonal. I've reviewed a couple games on this map on my channel, and I've looked at some pro games, and it's all the same. Like this, the front is this diagonal. So nothing too weird here. Just gonna kind of breeze through these turns a little bit until we actually see some real fighting. This tank goes over here to be really aggressive. It's out of copter range, and I was thinking maybe you could go and interrupt, but unfortunately this copter is too far away to back up. So copter is going to get a nice shot right here, nice interrupt. Get an interrupt right here, but and Black Boat gets loaded up. But otherwise this is pretty normal, I feel like. I mean, as normal as you can get for this map. I mean, I've must have looked like at 8 pro games. Every opening was different. Every single opening of these like 1,400 plus level games that I was looking at. So as normal as you can get with this map, I feel like is what's happening here. This like kind of line is contested, and this usually like these usually belong to blue, and this belongs to yellow in my experience. But like this this area is contested. Sometimes these mids get contested, and this area is contested. I've established the front is along the diagonal like about 5 different times, so I'm going to quit doing that, and we're just going to focus on the game. We got a double tank build. You have to do this, I feel like. Otherwise, like, this tank is going to counter this. You do have the copter there, but it's good to have, like, all 3 units of this triangle here present. It really helps, like, just cover everything and make sure your opponent doesn't, like, have a bunch of copters where you have no anti-air and stuff like that, or like they kill all your anti-air, so you like their copters can do whatever they want, stuff like that. So okay, now we're gonna see blue is gonna go really hard on this side, and up here is gonna try to go for this one. Although I think Grim will be able to interrupt this. Anti-air is on the city. This is a nice little formation. Nice shot there. That extra 30% attack really coming in clutch, probably guaranteed knocking that down to a 5. That guy's dead, and these units retreat, and we're gonna not see any too heavy engagements just yet. Anti-air is gonna pick off that infantry. Infantry is gonna get picked off. Okay, so. We're gonna, like, I feel like this tank right here, being a little isolated from the rest of the formation, is a bit of an inaccuracy, even though this is a really good shot on this guy, denying the comm tower. I think it's like this anti-air is going to be able to come up here and take advantage of that positioning, as you'll see. Yep, so this is a really good spot for the anti-air. It's got the terrain, it's got a lot of good coverage here on the map, and this tank can't even reach it. So really good find there by Grim. Really good square for the anti-air. And this tank is just kind of awkwardly placed right now. We have this copter going back here, and now we're front shifting over here to the bottom right, where Rachel's Penguin army has been depleted a little bit. And excuse me. And now this copter is within airport range. However, I don't know if that's necessarily a fight that Rachel wants to take. You can have this copter go in, probably knock it down to a 2. Maybe you have the infantry and the tank finish it off. I think the tank would be able to finish it off with the minus 20% defense. And then you have this copter can come up and reinforce. You have this tank that can come up and reinforce. But Grim also has reinforcements. This copter, you have a full health copter you have to deal with. That's right there. Another copter coming in. This tank is 2 turns away. This anti-air is 2 turns away. So, I mean, we could see a big brawl right here, but Rachel could also decide to play it safe. And something I've learned is that you want to be careful about fighting for, like, you don't want to fight for no reason, right? If you're fighting, you know, and you're not seeing like these are obvious like beneficial engagements. If it's something like this where it's like could go either way. I mean, maybe it's obviously, you know, a good engagement or a bad engagement long term for like people who are actually good at this game. But for me, it's just really hard for me to read if going in here and committing to this brawl right here, it would be worth it. But the thing that makes it not worth it, in my opinion, is that there's no infantry to like really punish by capturing cities, whereas Grim has all the infantry. And also, the infantry can be used to wall in the brawl, and like if you're fighting, you go in and you fight, and then you like have your infantry like take cities. So they either have to like commit to the fight or commit to stopping your caps. Like you want both. Okay, so this infantry is going to get picked off, this or at least down to 1 HP. That infantry gets picked off. This infantry moves up to comm tower range. Okay, we're a second attempt on that city. This infantry is going to go grab these 2. And then we have a nice little formation over here. T-Copter comes back to pick up this guy who's stranded. Not kill him, pick him up. And so now we are going into the middle game here. The capture phase is over. We have some still pot shots going on, but Grim is about to go all in. Black Boat unloads and goes on the port to get refueled. It's down to 10 fuel. You know your Black Boat's putting in work when it's down to 10 fuel. And Grim goes over here picking off that guy. Anti-air picks off this, and this is actually a really good wall break here by Grim. Anti-air one-shots this infantry, and then bang, nice shot on the tank, down to 2. Now this tank could get killed by this copter and this copter, but that anti-air is right there to revenge kill, so really good play by Grim in my opinion. This city is going to go to blue, and so is the comm tower, but Grim is doing pretty well, and look at this. Bang! 2 shots to tank on the HQ with the copters. Grim doesn't even need the comm tower. This is the HQ, the best terrain, 4 stars. Nope, Grim does not even care. Bang, bang! That tank is completely gone, and now Grim is going all in on the HQ. He's threatening to start the capture next turn, and we haven't even seen the stealth fighter. Bang, that infantry gets picked off. Good positioning here from the infantry, protecting the copter. Tanks protected as well, at least from this side. This copter could still wreak some havoc, but... And now, what can Rachel do? The HQ is under fire. Over here, it's looking pretty sketchy. Let's see what Rachel can cook up. First, capture the comm tower. That's always smart. You don't want to start fighting before you capture the comm tower. I've never done something like that. That's not something I would ever do. I've never made myself lose an engagement because I've neglected to capture the comm tower first thing on my turn. Okay, but anti-air goes in the HQ, picks off a copter. That's a good play. This infantry dies. This infantry's kind of blocking for the anti-air, but not really, because I'm pretty sure this is a one-shot with the Grim infantry against the infantry on a road. K-Copter takes a good shot there, knocks it down to 2. Also kind of helps block with the tank over here. This 9-Copter can hit it though. And then yeah, this tank gets picked off. This anti-air is still going to be able to roam free though. This tank is in range to smack the anti-air after, but this copter is a goner. It has done its job by picking off the tank, and now it will ride into that good night. But another copter gets built right behind it. Infantry goes to block, but I don't think that is going to work. All right, let's see what Grim can cook up. He cooks up the Knuckle Duster, plus 50% attack, I do believe. And let's see what kind of damage, what kind of carnage Grim can create. First, we're going to capture the comm tower. Next, do 6 damage to the infantry on the mountain. That's huge. 1 shot. Of course it is. Tank comes in, knocks that anti-air down to 4, which is higher than I thought. That's less damage than I thought it'd be. 1 shots the copter. Gone. Infantry knocked down to 2. Yep, he's gone. Anti-air. Yep, just like we said, that copter is a goner. And Grim could maybe put something here to kind of block the tank from getting the city shot, but it's just not worth it. Whatever's there would just get killed. So this anti-air is trading for the copter. That's a good trade because copters are 1,000 more expensive than the anti-airs. Good shot there. Shot on the guy in the comm tower. And we're just going to keep going in. Bang, bang. More infantry falling. Rachel's now at 19 units to Grim's 25. Copter comes in to back him up. But look at this. Rachel's superpower is now fully charged and will now rain down missiles from the sky. Right now, covering fire. Where are the missiles going to go? All 3 missiles are centered right here. All 3 missiles right here. So maybe Grim went into the move planer and saw that every missile was going to go over here and play in this formation to have this happen. Now, the plus side of this for Rachel is that this HQ attack is completely nullified. This HQ is no longer under any sort of threat. This tank is still going to be an issue, but I mean this attack is just crippled and easy cleanups. However, this attack now is brewing for Grim, and these units are a little spread out, but they're going to start coming closer together, and then Grim is going to start going back in the boxing ring and doing some knuckle dusting. Oh, nice shot there. 8 HP of damage. This guy gets off the comm tower to be safe. Takes a shot there. That guy's a goner. This tank, good position for the tank going on the city. Now it can cover the anti-air over here, and I'm pretty sure this tank is just going to retreat. I don't see any reason why Grim would continue to fight this over here after the missiles just decimated this. But let's see. Maybe the black boat's going to get healed. You do have to pay those expenses, but the black boat is useful walling. And that 1 HP black boat is not going to wall anything. Okay, tank's going to go back here, actually. A copter goes on the port, so he's not repairing the black boat. He repairs the copter. Okay, good. He's going to start the comm tower. Okay, his low HP units over here just retreat. That's fair enough. I mean, what else are you gonna do? We're actually at dead even in terms of cities. Rachel has yet to get this one, and Grim has yet to get this one. Otherwise, everything would be symmetrical. Retreats over here, and okay, this tank's gonna rotate over here to help out this force. This copter is gonna try to be in the middle. Have like this nice little chain. That's a free pick off. This copter and this anti-air are not reaching that, so good pick, good find there by Grim. And now Rachel's gonna start this city. Nice shot on the infantry on the comm tower. He is a goner. That will be a shot exposed to the copter. But this anti-air, I don't think it can get there in 2 turns. It can go to here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it could. It could actually. So if the anti-air moves up to here, okay, good spot for the tank. The copter comes in to reinforce, and now Rachel is looking really strong down here in the bottom right. But here's the problem: there's 3 infantry. This guy might be a goner. This guy's got 2 HP, so even if you do decimate Grim's forces over here, you know, you don't have any infantry to flip the comm tower, you don't have any infantry to get this city, maybe get this city or the port. Like, you know, you can kill all these units or knock them all down to 1, but you can't really take advantage without infantry numbers. So that's why just making sure your infantry numbers are up is pretty important. And I'm definitely an authority on this game, as we've established. I definitely know what I'm talking about with everything. Okay. Yep, this copter comes in and gets shot. That's a nice shot. Why, the anti-air didn't move up? What? The anti-air... Okay, so... Wait. If the anti-air moved up, would it just gotten shot? Could you... If you moved here... Yeah, I guess the tank could shoot it. Yeah, could you have protected it with this? I don't know. I feel like this didn't need to happen, but you're trading the copter for the comm tower, so maybe it's worth it. I think it's worth it because you don't want Grim just having all this extra firepower. Yep, that guy's gone. And let's start this cap with 1 HP infantry. Fair enough. In 19 turns, this city is going to get flipped. Oh, we have a medium tank. The first... Whoa, we have a voice crack as well. The first tech up by Grim coming in with a big medium tank. This Grim medium tank is going to be able to one-shot everything on the map. This copter goes back. Man, imagine if you had a black boat to repair your copter. That'd be nice. This copter actually goes back to the airport to get healed. You know what? That's solid. That is a solid play. You still get to keep your unit alive. And then, yeah, you have to spend money to heal it, but it's going to be cheaper than just building a new copter outright. So, fair enough. And, again, there's still a lack of infantry numbers for Rachel over here. So, right now, Grim is doing pretty good, but Rachel's actually up 1 city. And Rachel's counterattacking. Good city shot there. This 2 goes back to get healed. We have more reinforcements coming in. Anti-air goes back here to protect the copters. Copters also protect. Yeah, so Rachel's coming up with good reinforcements over here. This 7, I think, is just here to block the copter from going this way. The anti-air is close enough to shoot that copter. All right, let's see if Grim is going to fight into this as I get some water. Knocks that copter down to 1, but that 9 can surely kill it. Yep. And tank's probably going to hit that anti-air. Well, first we're going to have a knuckle duster. We're going back and we're throwing hands. Yep. Bang! One shots the anti-air. Oh no, and now this tank is covering the copter really well. And this copter's not going to be able to get shot by this anti-air. Look, 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not going that way. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and shoot the copter that way. You have to kill this 9 first. But what? Oh, and this 2 infantry finishes that guy up. What a nice attack here from Grim. And then Grim is going to go in on both sides. Bang! One shot. Another one shot. Oh, Grim's firepower is insane. Now Grim guy just being like 1500 elo just makes a lot of sense when you're just popping your power and one-shotting everything. Oh, is that tank got it? Oh, it's at 1 HP. Oh, the low roll on the infantry. The tank survives with 1 HP still. Is one of these tanks going to come up and finish it off? No, this tank's going to go over here, pop that infantry, and sit on the port. Nice shot. And this tank is going to retreat back here, probably so it can't get shot by this tank or this. Well, not this copter's not shooting anything, but really nice attack by Grim. He is now up 50k in unit value. But Rachel's almost to the covering fire. More missiles are about to rain down from the sky. Bang! Nice shot there. And another nice shot on the copter. Both copters go down. And now here comes Rachel's covering fire. And this time missiles go all over the map. Good shot right here. Maybe you can go here, pop that 7, and get to the copter. And over here, missile landed right here. And a missile landed right here. So now this cap got interrupted. This guy only has 1 HP, so in 16 turns that will get flipped. Yep, one shots that tank, and that copter's going bye-bye. Great power usage by Rachel right there. Halts the Grim fight. Good shot there. This one copter is going to go back to the airport to get healed. And a medium tank to counter this medium tank, but look at this. Grim built a second medium tank last turn. We are teching up. We are getting to the medium tank phase of the game. Good shot. Infantry goes on the woods to kind of be a blocker. Bang! Nice shot on the anti-air. And now it is back to Grim, and we're going to have a fight over here. Grim is still up 5 units, but look at these units that Grim is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 HP units, and that is the unit count difference. So the unit count is definitely in favor for Grim, but the all 1 HP. Okay, that tank's dead. The medium tanks rumble ever forward. These infantry go back to get healed, and this copter has just been sitting on this port, and the black boat has just been repairing it. And this is just yet another reason why the black boat opening is the best. I'm not gonna let that go. Tank kind of retreats. Infantry's retreat to get repaired. This guy, I think he's just gonna just sit here and just keep capping. Wow. Oh, the Neo tank comes out from Grim, and if the medium tanks weren't enough, this Neo tank is gonna one-shot everything. That's not an air unit. Every ground unit right now is shivering its timbers because the Grim Neo tank is just gonna one-shot all of them. Rachel's still up 1k, but these fights, Grim is finding really good engagements, but Grim is unable to actually make any city progress. Because every time Grim tries to make progress, the covering fire just shuts down the attack. Medium tanks are going to go for a shot on the pipe seam. It's now down to 50. That copter is gone. This infantry's gone. And the black boat is sunk. The black boat, though, had done its job. It had ferried a lot of infantry down here to the bottom right, and it had repaired that copter 7 HP. So that black boat is the unsung hero of this game. And this tank is going to sit here. I probably would have put it on the HQ just because it's a little closer, and this medium tank's not going to get there next turn. So this tank is not getting there next turn. So I think just putting this on the HQ would be good, because then it can get healed and be a little closer to the action. But okay, it is now turn 18 for Grim. And this is a long video, I apologize, but we haven't even seen the stealth fighter yet. It's coming. It's coming. Neo tank rumbles forward. Medium tank comes in, and then just kind of retreats. Grim is preparing an offensive. Infantry, nice positioning there to protect your units. And what is Rachel going to do? Rachel doesn't really need to push forward because Rachel's up on income. Just interrupt that guy. Yep, good call there. That medium tank's going to be a problem, though. But that copter's not going to be a problem. Wait, did that copter shoot anything? This copter didn't shoot anything? Wait, let me go back. This copter shot nothing. I'm actually going to crash out. I'm actually going to crash out. This copter was at 1 HP from the first round of missiles. And then the black boat healed it 7 HP to bring it to 8. Only for Grim to leave it completely hanging after this infantry gets popped. Oh wait, it's okay. Now, this copter got healed from 1 HP to 8 HP, only for Grim to leave it completely hanging after this infantry dies, and just pops it. No! You hate to see it. That copter spent so many turns, voice crack again, spent so many turns getting healed, only to just get insta-popped after you left it hanging. Oh my gosh. That's how Advanced Wars goes, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, nice shot there. Popping infantry. Medium tank is going to... I don't know where this medium tank is going to go. This is probably a good flexible spot for it. Didn't want to take another shot at the pipe, which is fair enough. Okay, tank's going to get healed over here. Everything's still at a like neo range, medium range, so that's smart. Rachel's just going to play some defense, and I definitely agree with that. This Grim, though, is not playing defense. He is going in on this city. He's going to try and get the income lead. If he can flip to this city, then he gets the income lead. And if he can win all these engagements, then he can cripple Rachel's army. All right. So, yeah, that anti-air is a goner. But, hey, it did its job. It took out that copter. Okay, these tanks retreat. Medium tank will come in and back them up. Good block. Wait, can this medium tank? No, it can't get to the city. Need an anti-air copter over here, but oh, look at this. A bomber build. All right, we've got the bomber build, and I think bombers are insane on this map because they don't have to snake around the shoals here. They can just instantly fly anywhere they want on this map. I think they're insane, and it's a really good counter to the Neo tank. Also, look at this. Only one anti-air. So if Rachel can deal with that anti-air, then this bomber is just going to do whatever it wants. Okay, copter comes in. This is smart. You got to counter this copter somehow. Okay, we interrupt that cap, and then the rest of the army retreats. So this is not a bad strategy unless Grim finds the wall break, because you're only spending 1 infantry to interrupt this cap and delay it for 1 more turn, and then you're just keeping the rest of your units in reserve to like fight later. You're not going in on bad terms before like your bomber can reinforce. So smart move by Rachel right there. And a few stragglers, infantries get popped, but ultimately no cities are going to get flipped or anything over here. But you're just seeing like just constant fighting. Neo tank comes down to the south to help. Okay, that's actually really smart. Get away from the... Well, the bomber can actually travel over here. And there it is. The stealth fighter almost 30 minutes into the video. And now we have the main event. The rest of the beginning was just backstory. We have the stealth fighter. Now, stealth fighters are banned in fog because you can't see them being built. And then when you can't see them being built, they're pretty broken because stealth fighters, when they go into stealth mode, can only be killed by fighters and other stealth fighters. So like a stealth fighter in fog that you don't see getting built, that just suddenly appears, you know, that's pretty absurd. But here in standard, it's a lot different story. You see the stealth fighter get built, and then you can build your own fighter to counter it. And in my opinion, regular fighters are my favorite units. They like one-shot any air unit that's not another fighter or a stealth fighter, and they move 9, and the bomber moves up. How much do stealth fighters move? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they only move 6? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought they had more movement than that. Okay, there's the fighter. You got to counter that stealth fighter. Bomber's coming in closer to the Neo tank. And let's see. Will this stealth fighter turn the tide of battle? Stealth fighter goes here and hides. Now, you see the stealth fighter move before it hides. So Rachel knows that the stealth fighter is here right now. The Rachel will not be able to see the stealth fighter until it moves into range of one of Rachel's other units or like makes an attack. And then you have to be next to it to see it. So like if Rachel like moved a unit right here, then the stealth fighter becomes visible, then the fighter could come and shoot it. So that's like another consideration you have to deal with, is you have to make sure that you have like a spotter unit to see the stealth fighter before you send your fighter in. Anti-airs come in. That's smart. You got to deal with this fighter and bomber. And Grim is going to fight over here a little bit. Going to go for the comm tower. And Rachel kind of overcommitted too much to the middle. And actually this comm tower is wide open. So he's going to have to dedicate some units to stop this. All right. T-Copter unloads the infantry. Okay, so he could stop the comm tower at least. Medium tank rumbles in. And yeah, this Rachel's going in to stop this attack. Kind of full committing on over here in the top left. Finishes off the anti-air. Not getting blasted by any of these units though, so that was free. Good kill there. And artillery moves up. I do not agree with building artillery on this map unless you want to pop this. I just think it's way too open. And it's hard for, like, maybe you can get, like, artillery's working on this, like, corridor right here of shoals, but I just think it's really hard for your artillery to really put in a lot of work. Okay, fighter comes down here. And bomber comes down here. Here's the problem. You know the stealth fighter's right there. You put your bomber right in stealth fighter range. Like I understand your fighter's covering it, but why would you even do that? Your bomber is so good. Put it here if you want to counter this Neo tank. That's out of stealth fighter range. You saw the stealth fighter go there last turn. You know where it is when it's stealthed. I mean, this is like kind of a bait, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good like put your bomber here. It still covers everything you need to cover, and it's close to your fighter. But okay, I think this bomber mispositioning is a pretty bad blunder. Knuckle Duster coming back. Yep, he's gone. We're gonna start that city, and it just feels like Grim is like punching forward, starting cities, and then Rachel just knocks him off and just keeps holding on to that one city lead. One shots the bomber. That thing's gone. Now the 5 and Neo tank. That's a one shot. That's a one shot. Almost not quite a one shot because it's not attacking anything. Thought it was gonna shoot that copter. And look at this. The stealth fighter's now surrounded. There's no way that Rachel can get a spotter to hit the stealth fighter. This fighter is covering the bomber, but here's the problem. You don't have, like, you have to, well, actually, okay, so here's what you have to do. You have to kill this 5 and then put in, like, okay, so you kill the 5 and you put your copter right here to spot the stealth fighter and to shoot the Neo tank. And then your fighter comes in and shoots the stealth fighter. That's how you counter this. So, good positioning from Grim though, but unfortunately, like there is. Oh, now we have the lucky lass. Okay, so going for the luck damage here. Going for the. Oh, what a nice. Okay, you know what? I was talking trash about the lucky lass earlier, but this hit was insane. 6 damage to the Neo tank. I mean, it is against Grim with minus 20% defense, but hey, that's a good roll. You got to kill this 5 and spot the stealth fighter though. Yep, he's gone. Oh, Rachel's now the one going for cities. So we're going to trade this city for this city, I see. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. Then the Neo tank's down to 2. Oh, no. He went for the copter instead of the stealth fighter. He's building another fighter right behind it. You could have moved this. No, you can't. Oh, you went way too greedy. He went way too greedy on the Neo tank. And this stealth fighter is going to survive using the fighter to kill the copter. Excuse me. Long video. I apologize, but thanks for sticking with it if you're still watching. He used the fighter to kill the copter. This stealth fighter survives. Oh no. I think you had to, let me restart the turn. I think you absolutely have to kill, oh no, he can't kill the 5 because there's a river right there. No, you can use the copter. But then you can't get a, oh, you actually can't spot this. Wait. Tank goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. I was wrong before. This is a river tile. I'm so blind. There's no way you can spot the stealth fighter. So Rachel actually did try to get the lucky last, to get a lucky roll on the Neo to kill the 5, to be able to hit the 5, to be able to hit the stealth fighter, but unfortunately not. So the fighter kills the only thing it can, which is the copter. That blunder with the bomber is really huge. You had to keep that bomber safe. You knew the stealth fighter was right there because you just saw it go stealth that turn. And the Neo tank comes out to kind of counter. Whoa. He sacrificed himself to try to get damage with the luck roll. Knocks that thing down to 8. Copter's dead. And, okay, so the stealth fighter has killed a 22k, it cost 24,000, and then killed a 22k bomber. And now, well, first Grim's going to start the city. This 5 is capturing the shoal, and now it deals 6 damage to the medium tank. So 5 damage to the medium tank would be 8k. So that plus the bomber would be 30k. So the stealth fighter has officially made up its points. And look at this, really good play by Grim here, surrounding the fighter. The fighter could not get out to attack the stealth fighter, and the medium tank goes down. Whatever was up here went down. And now Grim is fully in control of the match. Another Neo tank comes out, and we're going to see this cap. Rachel's back ahead. You see this infantry go down. Medium tank, nice shot there, knocking it down to 3. Infantry goes down. Medium tank goes down. I figured that copter will do 3 to medium tank on the road. And now Rachel's threatening the HQ. This infantry is right next to the HQ. This infantry is a little too far. This infantry is too exposed, though. Grim can just have this anti-air come up and shoot the infantry. And it's, well, the medium tank too. And it's going to die. And this infantry, instead of interrupting here, should go in the copter and go over here to the HQ. Commit to the HQ. That's your only hope right now. You're getting smacked over here. Neo tank shot there. And this 3 tank not going to kill this 5 infantry, so this fighter's not going to be able to get out. But if this could kill the 5 infantry, then the fighter could hit the stealth fighter. She could put the tank on the HQ and then spot the stealth fighter and then kill it. But unfortunately, that's not going to work. This artillery is going to go behind this 1 HP tank. That's very flimsy, but it is within Neo tank range. But let's see what Grim's got. Another Knuckle Duster coming. First a capture. Another capture. A third capture. There's the Knuckle Duster. Let's see what Grim cooks up. Stealth fighter one-shots the Neo tank. It has already pretty much doubled its worth. Oh my gosh. The stealth fighter has come out and just cleaned house. This is insane. This is the Advance Wars history. Yep, that tank's gone. Artillery gone. Tank gone. Anti-air kills the fighter. The anti-air kills the infantry there. There's no hope with the HQ cap. Yep, gone. And you are seeing the power of Grim. Grim has held on. He has just kept attacking, kept attacking, kept attacking. And then Rachel is just stalwart defense. Does the missiles come down, interrupt Grim's attack at the perfect time? Rachel fights back, holds on to all of the cities. But unfortunately for Rachel, the Grim stealth fighter just comes out of nowhere and just destroys half of Rachel's army. And now Rachel is just pretty much decimated over here. And there's a covering fire. Bang, bang, bang. And I think this stealth fighter did indeed get hit, but it didn't update because Rachel can't technically see it, so it like updates when it's Grimm's turn, and then you can see it. Copter goes down. Medium tank. Whoa, that looked like a low roll. Okay, Antair's gonna clean up some infantry. Infantry's gonna start this. Medium tank goes down, but Rachel's gonna just doesn't really have any attack here. There's still no fighter coming out. I mean, that stealth fighter's gonna do whatever it wants, but the stealth fighter doesn't roll on fuel. It's only got 10 fuel left. There's no APC to refuel it, but the black boat is right there, so the stealth fighter can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the black boat can come and refuel it. Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, that better be what happens. If that stealth fighter doesn't get refueled, I'm actually gonna lose it. More stuff dies over here. I'm more concerned about the stealth fighter. Yeah, stuff gets healed, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there it goes! The stealth fighter and the black boat come together. The stealth fighter burned almost all of its fuel, but the black boat, the unsung hero of the match, which healed the copter from 1 HP to 8 HP, and that copter got left hanging. But then it heals the stealth fighter, and yeah, there's the damage from the missiles. Now it's at 8 because it got healed by the black boat. And now it's all back up to full fuel. Back up to 60 fuel. Still no fighter build out of Rachel. Anti-air. Bang. And Grimm is in such a strong position right now. Rachel will get this, but Grimm is still up 2 cities. Infantry goes into the copter. Neo tank kind of plays defense, but Rachel is just scrambling right now. Where's the fighter? Okay, gonna get closer to this city. Where is the fighter? Stealth fighter gets healed back up to 9. You gotta heal the stealth fighter. I mean, this is the best stealth fighter in the history of Advance Wars, and this is a 45-minute video. Holy! But Rachel's still holding on. That stealth fighter is now up here. I mean, you kind of knew when that black boat came out over here. You knew where the stealth fighter was. You knew it was there. Another stealth fighter comes out from Grimm. The first one did so much. Okay, there's the fighter build. 2 stealth fighters. Neo tank, good shot. But I mean, Rachel is just holding on for dear life, holding on by a thread. But unfortunately, Grimm is just too strong of an attack. But still trying to find the final knockout blow. Stealth fighters now back up to full. Neo tank, good shot on the tank, but it's down to 1. Anti-air knocks it down to 4, and here comes the knuckle duster. Will this be the final knockout punch? And this stealth fighter does 7 damage to the medium tank. I mean, this stealth fighter has greatly made up for its cost. Bang, bang. Yeah, this HQ is getting capped, and this infantry cannot interrupt it. The stealth fighter blocks. Fighter's too far away. More units get cleaned up. I'm not gonna have a voice after this game. Nice shot on the Neo. Yeah, there's no hope of this capture getting stopped. This Neo can't stop it. So Grimm has basically locked us in the bag, and I don't know what Rachel can do this turn. Maybe we'll just take some engagements and resign. Let's take a gander at the stats. Grimm had 50 kills and 43 deaths, but at least 5 of those kills were from the stealth fighter. The second stealth fighter, it did not do anything. But that was insane. The stealth fighter MVP. When was the last time you saw a stealth fighter just clutch up like that? Well, this has been a long video, so I apologize. But this game was pretty legendary, so 45-minute video. So, hey, if you stuck with it, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.